Hi everyone, welcome to Water Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewy. You're not, and today's 2 Up Tuesday is going to be a little bit different. There's going to be 2 tiers. There's going to be 2 tiers in this replay, Tier 5 and a Tier 6. This is Huntsman kicking us off in the AMX ELC. Now the reason why it's a little bit different is because with the amount of mini patches of late, then I try to keep every client up my sleeve for situations like this where the new patch comes in or the mini patches come in. And so basically these are the last 2 remaining from the original 1.6 client, if you like. Anyway, this is Huntsman from Daddy Clan in the AMX ELC bis, the Tier 5 French light tank. He's got 2 marks of excellence on this bad boy, and I'll tell you what, the way he's going is probably going to get some more pretty quickly. Now, these 2 replays are going to be pretty fast and furious. You can see the aim time, though. The aim time of the AMX ELC. It takes a while to aim. Now, when I played this bad boy, it was a little bit different. I can't remember what was different about it, but I remember it got a little bit of a hit on the head. However, it still looks like a pretty fun tank to play. It's small, it's light. It's probably, as far as low-tier light tanks goes, it's probably the first low-tier light tank that I played that you could do stuff like this in when I sort of got up to Tier 5. Now, this was years ago, of course, but you could get into a bush and be pretty close to the enemy team without being spotted. Now, Huntsman has got the full APCR round loadout, 90mm gun, 240 alpha damage. Think about that for a minute. 240 alpha damage at Tier 5 is pretty lethal. I've been running. If you've been watching my live streams, I've been trying to put marks of excellence on the Matildas and the what was the other one? The Churchill, and more of late the PZ. The Hydro Premium German medium tank. Now they're all about 100 or less hit points alpha damage. This is 240. 240 alpha damage for a light tank at Tier 5 is pretty massive. 240 alpha damage, 150 penetration. Now that's with premium rounds, and standard rounds give you 120 penetration. But look at that aim time. Even with food running, because Huntsman, he's trying to put the 3rd mark of excellence on this tank. He's got the food running there, which is going to help his aim time. It's also going to help his reload time, his camouflage, all that kind of stuff. Huntsman going for the 3rd mark of excellence on this. I'm not sure what equipment he's running. I'd love it if you could tell me, because is it that bad? Does he have a V-stab and vents on it, which would also help the aim time? But of course, the aim time is not. You can see how bad the aim time can be on that. Like it's worse than it's like a KV2 as he picks up his first kill. Now I missed a bit where he shot. Pardon that snort. I missed a bit where he shot that KV1S. He set him on fire for a hell of a lot. He set him on fire for almost 500 hit points, I think it was. Puts one into looks for 260. That brings his damage up to nearly 1,600. He's teaming a little bit of strife though, 3-4. Not really a little bit of strife. And you can see he's waiting for that gun to load. And just as the gun loads, he shoots towards a looks, which would most certainly have been a kill shot. But of course, the looks goes unspotted just at that crucial moment. Looks like he was auto-aiming on the SU-85. Now he's decided to go for the Marder. The Marder has more hit points. Shoots him in the back of the head for 262. Brings the Marder down to a one-shot. Now he's clearly playing on the Australian server. The reason I know that is because you've got the bots on each team. The bots are the tanks with a colon either end of their name, and they've also got the little tank emblem on the to the left or to the right of the name, depending on what side they're on. Aiming for the KV1S. Kills him, and I reckon the game will be won. KV1S goes down. That's his 3rd kill. Huntsman from Daddy Clan in the AMX ELC bis, the BIS. He's waiting. Look at him. He's just waiting for that gun to load, and the aim time looks terrible. Huntsman, let me know. Are you running vents and or V-stabs on this bad boy? Can you run V-stabs on it? I haven't played this tank for so long. Some tanks you can't, especially at low tiers, and of course especially tank destroyers. But this isn't a tank destroyer, it's a light tank, and it's known as one of the I reckon it got a bit of a hit on the head a couple of years ago, but it's got that high alpha damage gun, 240 alpha damage gun. People who used to like padding their stats in this tank before it got the nerf used to you only needed to do 1 or 2 shots of damage to be regarded as very, very good in the from a statistical point of view. 11-8 is the score. 3 kills to Huntsman. Huntsman from Daddy Clan in the AMX ELC bis finds that he spotted that T28 F30, which is Tier 4 premium Russian medium tank. Look at him. He's going. He's taking his time, aiming, shoots him, and gets the kill for 175 hit points. Brings his damage up to 2,328. And yeah, they used to. What I meant before it got nerfed, people used to talk about padding stats on all the usual websites and the WN8 and all that kind of stuff. And just a couple of shots of damage from this tank into the enemy team would certainly help WN8 and all that kind of stuff back when that was. Back when I first discovered all that kind of jazz on the Watt Labs forums and all those kind of things. Looking for the Type 95 now. Going to shoot him again. Shoots him again for his 6th kill. That's 6 kills in this bad boy. 14-8 to score. Only one enemy tank remains, the B1 at tier 4. And that is a bot. You can tell it's a bot because he's got a colon either side of his name and he's not looking anywhere near the Huntsman. So the Huntsman says, no problems. I'll just take... He did get a shot in there for another 190 hit points of damage. Artie throws one in for good measure, and he ends up winning that game 15-8, still on full health, and he's doing a few circles there. He's pretty excited because why is he excited? Why is he? Oh, well, I'll tell you why. As soon as I find the button, there's the button. Of course, he's excited because that's his 3rd mark of excellence. 3 marks of excellence on the AMX ELC bis. The one that got, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure it got a little bit of a hit on the head a few years ago now. It used to be an absolute ripper at tier 5 to go around, and you could play it invisibly. You could be invisible if you had the right, had a couple of crew skills. And this is the tank that when I first got to tier 5 and I sort of investigated crew skills, camouflage, vision, all that kind of stuff. This is the first tank where I sort of saw the use of hiding in bushes and remaining unspotted, getting close to the enemy team, finding them, and then, of course, when they weren't looking, put a big 240 hit point round into the back of their head and see how they like that. That was an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge, not just an Ace Tanker for Huntsman from Daddy Clan. It was also the 3rd mark of excellence on that bad boy. Well done. Bruiser Medal, 5 for effect. He got 3 bonds for the high caliber, the tank sniper, and the top gun. He got plenty of assisted damage, 3,095 damage done. Nobody else broke 1,000 apart from the T-34 on the enemy team. 6 kills, 1,399 base experience. He fired 16 shots, 14 hit. Now, one of them was when that looks went unspotted, remember? And they all penetrated. Nothing wrong with that. Was a full gold loadout, and how'd that go with the credits? Only really cost him just under 14,000 credits after tax with a premium account in that 6-minute game. But he did get a personal reserve payout for 27, so that would have been 40,000. 40,000 behind had that personal reserve not been a thing. Let's move on to our second game in this double shot, this 2-up Tuesday. This is my old mate Stewy, little Stewy. No relation, Stewy with a Y from 1AR clan. He's platooned up with his old mate Aztec. Aztec also from 1AR in the Churchill game carrier. Look out. How's this one going to go? Anyway, little Stewy in the Type 64. This is the premium tier 4 Chinese light tank. And he's on Lakefield. He's gone aggressively right into the middle of this game. He's fighting this Chi Nu. What the hell is a Chi Nu? I don't know. It's tier 5. I think it's a tier 5. I think it's the... What's the word I'm looking for? I think it's a tech tree. Yeah, the Chi Nu is a tech tree tank. The Chi Nu Kai is the premium. 3 zip is the score. Stewie's got his first kill. 601 damage done so far. 505 assisted damage. Looking towards that PZ 4H over there. Look at that. And look at the aim time in this compared to what we just saw in the AMX ELC. Speaking of the gun, let's have a look at the gun. It's a 76mm. That is a pew gun by any definition of it. 76mm, 115 alpha damage, 128 penetration. That's with standard. 177 with APCR, which is premium ammunition on this bad boy. He puts a couple of shots in towards where the Panzer 4H was, but I don't think he realised that he got killed by the leaf blower. Bringing the score up to 6-1. Kicking back here by the Rock. The Churchill game carrier, driven by Aztec from 1AR, is coming up to help. He's just got the recharge on his repair kit, and he's going to start rolling forward now. 6-1 is the score. It's a tier 5 and a tier 6 game. Little Stewy with a Y. Stewy with a Y underscore. My alias, a very nice bloke indeed. He's on Twitch, he's on YouTube, and he's the one that makes a lot of those intros and outros, not just for me, but for a lot of the other community contributors and content creators on the Aussie group. And his link's all down below. Highly recommend you to give him a follow, give him a like, all that kind of jazz as he picks up his second kill. Getting rid of the Stug. Unfortunately, the game carrier got taken out. Aztec unfortunately went for that little push, but it looks like they both got done. It was Aztec, and I think it was the T34 as well. Still, the score's looking pretty good. 7-3 is the score. Look at these heavy tanks right on the red line. There's a KV85 and the T150, both top tier heavy tanks. Also, the T34, the VK3001P, the other top tier medium tank is going for the Valley of Death along with the PZ4H, but Stewy is just unloading into the side of this T150. Has he given up? I mean, he's been tracked. Can't really do much there. Guessing he doesn't have a repair kit, or his repair kit is on the cooldown. Shoots you one more shot, should be a kill. He's on 47 hit points. He doesn't get the kill. He gets the tracking damage though. 864 assisted damage so far in this game. Nearly 2,000 damage gun. He wiggles his mouse going, what the hell just happened there? He looked like it was pretty well aimed into the side of was it the SU-100Y? I don't know. He finds artillery now. It's the AMX 13AM, and he's like, what? I'm not bouncing a French artillery, am I? Shoots him again. He locks over the cubby house. I'm not sure. I don't know. Who knows? What do you call it? The cubby house? I reckon. Anyway, 3 kills to Little Stewy. Little Stewy from 1ARK. Will this be a 4th? No, he bounces. He bounces it again. I know he's not firing. Look, you can see he's considering the HE option. And will this be a kill? No, he misses the SU-100. Artillery, the leaf blower, picks up the kill on the SU-100Y. That's the big box tank. It's the one with a very high alpha damage gun at tier 6. 2 friendly tanks get taken out as they go YOLOing. It finds and shoots the Nazorn with HE this time. Shoots him again. That's not a bad thing. 3 shots is enough to kill the Nazorn, and that brings the score up to 13-7. 4 kills to Stewy. Little Stewy from 1AR clan. This is not me. No relation at all. He's down to APCR. He's got 5 rounds remaining. Is this going to be a Faden's medal? Oh, I'd be tempted to throw 3 shots into the ground. He doesn't. Instead, he confirms the win. Gets his 5th kill. Turns it into a 15-7 win. And even the M1 RBFM, who I'm sure had a ripper as well, puts GG into the chat because that was a pretty good game as well from Little Stewy. Little Stewy from 1AR. No relation whatsoever, but a hell of a nice bloke. And a very talented young man. He does some fantastic things for the community, for the ANZ players, as well as everybody else. Check him out. Twitch, YouTube, all that kind of stuff. Links will be down below along with all the other stuff. But let's have a look at the result. It was an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge, the Spotter Medal, Bruiser, Fighter, Fire for Effect. He got some bonds for the Confederate for shooting more tanks than anybody else, as well as a high caliber for doing more damage than anybody else. Another one with 3,000 damage. 3,170 hit points of damage. 5 kills. Missed out in the Top Gun by 1 shot. What about all those bounce shots? Oh, that was just heartbreaking. 1,495. Base experience, he fired 42 shots, 36 hit, 29 pen. So out of those 7 that didn't pen, at least 2 or 3 of them would have been kill shots, I reckon. He made money too, even with a standard account, 42,000 after tax in that game that went for less than 9 minutes. Massive thanks to Stewy, Little Stewy. Stewy with a wipe, Stewy with the alias, and a hell of a nice guy. Check him out on Twitch and YouTube, as well as Huntsman. Thank you, Huntsman, and congratulations on the 3rd mark of excellence. For the AMX ELC, the biz. That is the biz. That's an absolute ripper. Once again, thanks for the replays, lads. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and see you all next time. What'd you say? I might have been wrong about the biz getting a rework, a nerf. I'm pretty sure I'm right though. I don't know. You tell me. Was I right or was I wrong? It used to be. I used to see a lot more. You still see them around a bit, I guess. Before the biz bit was added. But yeah. Anyway, check out Little Stewy on Twitch and YouTube. Check us out on Facebook, Twitch, Discord. All those links. They're all going to be down there. Check them out. Just read them. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, and all that jazz. See you in a couple of days with another Ace Tanker replay. Bye.